Hi guys, it's Beverly. I'm back. No, I haven't been anywhere. I just guess I took a little break. I didn't know I was going to, but I have several projects to show you what I'm working on and what I finished. A lot of little things, and I'm building my inventory for the kitchen cotton items, and a lot of these are ones that I've done before. If you haven't watched my series, I did a 30-day series of kitchen cotton items that I make and sell in my craft shows. A couple are new, a couple are old. So the first one I make is the Swiffer duster cover. Now this is for the long one. Apparently I don't have one, but I followed the measurements from the internet, and a lot of people have bought them and they're happy. Now this is 17 inches, and then I have it come in to go on the duster, and I'll link the pattern again below. But again, I have a 30-day kitchen cotton series. This is for the regular Swiffer duster, and I have one of these. Now what I recommend with these, since it's 100% cotton, of course you can wash it in the washer, but I don't dry it in the dryer. I put it on my Swiffer duster and let it air dry, and that way if you put it in the dryer it might shrink because it's 100% cotton. I have this patriotic one I made, and I made a Scrubby. Now this is with the Mary Maxim Scrub It, and it's coming out blue to match my fingernails, but it's not actually blue. It's teal or aqua color, and I link this in my series, and I'll link it again below. I really like this little daisy. I have some yellow and some brown, and I like to do the daisy looking scrubbies. So we have 100% cotton on the outside for the ruffles, and the Mary Maxim Scrub It in the middle. Now I found this. This is on the Mary Maxim website, and also YouTube. I'll link it below. But they have a book that I think it's called Kitchen Favorites, Mary Maxim Kitchen Favorites. And what you do is you just use kitchen cotton, and you make a circle. I think I made it until it was 84 stitches. And then the first step you do is you use the Scrub It yarn, and this is Mary Maxim, but Premier has it and different people have it. And when you stitch it someplace, it ends up looking almost like terry cloth. It is a little rough, so it is Scrub It. And then after you do that, so you make the back, then you put the ruffle on, and then you start in the center. And what I did was all of these loops were in the front loop, I think, when I made it, so that you had an extra loop to attach this. And you do one row of the Scrub It, one row of the cotton, or whatever you would like. And I'll link the tutorial below. She doesn't show you step by step how to do the increases, but you can always find a link on how to make a flat circle with crochet. But that came out pretty cool, and I think this could be used for multiple things. You could use it as a dishcloth and scrubby. You could use it as a hot pad. You could use it as a trivet, and you could use it as a pot protector, which you just put your pots, stack your pots on top. And in this favorite book, it shows you how to, you can make a smaller one if you wanted for different sizes, but obviously once you made one, you would know how to make a smaller one. Okay, so isn't that cool, you guys? And again, this is not blue, it's the teal or aqua color. Now, this leads me to my next thing that I've been making. So these are pot protectors, and I should have brought a pot in to show you, or a pan protector. I'm going to pause the video and go get a pan. So they're not too impressive like this, but when you put it in a pan, look at that. Isn't that adorable? And then you could, this is a 10-inch skillet. You could set your other one right on top. If you only have two, great. If you have a smaller one, here's a smaller one. I don't know if you guys can see them, but I did a smaller one. Now the yarn, you can use any kitchen cotton that you want. I had a real small ball of the Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby, little dollop. And that yarn's discontinued because I tried to get more so that I could make a set of 3. And I couldn't even find it on the internet. So if you have any, you can use that. But you can use regular kitchen cotton. But see, isn't that adorable? You could give it as a gift or whatever. Okay, so that's those. And I'll be linking the pattern below. But there they are. And I'm making the biggest one. Now, I think that I crochet looser than they do, because this is coming out way bigger than what they said. And what they have you do is they have you do the center first, and then they have you go up and do this. So the larger one is 10 stitches, the medium one is 8, and the small one is 6 across. Now, what they have you do is crochet this up and then break the yarn and start another one. Well, what I started doing, and then you at the end you put a border on. Well, what I started doing was, after I finish this, I come back down and start the next one. So that's how I've been doing. I got to fix that. That's not right. But you could cut it after you do each one of these. Now, I measured this, and it's supposed to be 15.5 inches across. So it was going to be way too big. So what I decided to do was measure it from my center point, and it measures 8. So then that'll make it come out 16. And so I have, instead of having 9 rows, I have 8. And then instead of cutting it, I just start my border. Now, what's going to happen is it's not, oh, I know, I'm not finished with that row. That's what it is. That's why it's like that. It's going to make it where I only have a border on one side, but I think that's good enough to make it, you know, not so loosey-goosey. But I think I must stitch looser, crochet looser, because I'm using an H hook like they recommend, and I'm using, this is the Just Cotton from the dollar store. Just Cotton. Okay? But you can use any kind of cotton. Now, my next blanket project is, what is it called? It is from Yarnspirations, and I picked this pattern up a long time ago. It was in my stitch library, stash library. I forget what Ella calls it, but I call it my 1-2 make 5. Diamond in the Rough crochet throw. And what it is it's a granny square, but after you get the center granny square made, then you come out in these triangle shapes to form the point. Now, I got my tote bag here, with all my different colors. I don't know if you guys can see. So I got some purple in there. But here's the colors, okay? And then I'm going to add some green and some taupe to it. Now, this is all... Ooh, I saw an end that I forgot to weave in or cut off. I did not come up with these color combinations. I bought this yarn, and because it's so soft, I love it, at the Dollar Tree, and I made a couple blankets with it. But then, because I bought like a case of it, like 36 skeins, and I made a couple blankets with it. I made like scrap gans, because the skeins aren't that big. What are they? Just Premier worsted from the Dollar Tree. They are 131 yards, 60 grams, and this color is light brown. So I had some left over, and I've got some over here on the side. I've got 6 skeins over there, and I've got like 4 or 6 skeins in this tote. So what I did was I laid them out on my bed. I had 5 different colors, and this pattern calls for 7 colors, 6 or 7 colors. Anyway, so what I did was I made a chart down here on the bottom. You can see my scribbles, and I labeled them A, B, C, D, and I think I'm going to use a light brown for E and F. And the center, which is the blue, is cottage blue. And so there's that center. Now that one, the next one is light mauve, believe it or not. The next one is a purple. The camera's not coming out good today. Then the light mauve, then the baby pink, and then I have light mauve. Now this has finished my square. Now I didn't measure it, so I got a yard's tape measure right here. So my center came out approximately 18 inches. Now it says, see, it's little tiny writing. Now it says your first corner, and then you repeat your second, your third, and your fourth corner. Work each corner the same as the first corner, beginning at a different corner to space. So what ends up happening is, I'm going to turn this around right side, facing me, join this, and follow the instructions. And I'm going to go up to a point on this side. And then you do it on this side, and it goes up to a point, and that's going to make your square blanket. Now, I think, it's just different. That's why I want to make it. It's different. Now, this pattern calls for a number 5, Red Heart with Love Chunky. But I'm using worsted weight with a K hook. No, J hook. J. Normally with worsted, I do an I hook. But I wanted it to be lightweight and squishy and fluffy. So I'm using a J hook. The blanket says it's approximately 45 by 55. So that's kind of a rectangle. It's not going to be a square. So diamond in the rough crochet throw. The iconic granny is recreated as a comfy throw. If you can crochet a granny square, you can crochet this throw. Choose colors to brighten your space and your mood. So you can see I kind of went with the color scheme that was here. I used what I had, laid them out, and then kind of matched them. So that's what's going on with this. So I'll link this pattern below, and hopefully you guys will try it and post it on my Facebook page. Okay, so I'm going to do some crochet time with you guys right now. Here's my H hook. And I'm going to work. I probably don't have enough to do this. I keep running out. But I'm going to work this and talk to you guys. Okay, so what's going on? As far as my glasses go, I found out that they're great for driving. They're great for real close-up. It's a bifocal. But for every day like this and in the house, I don't need them. And they were just too frustrating to get used to. You know, making a bed. I didn't need to wear them making a bed. And I can crochet like this and I can see just perfect. So if I need cheaters, I'll use the bifocal. Now they worked out great when I was driving because I had to go to someone's house and work on their computer. And I needed the distance to read house numbers and stuff. And then I could look down at the address and see it with my both bifocals. So, but see what happened was I had my appointment in February and I finally ended up getting the glasses in April. So I kind of on my own making this decision, but it works great and I don't need them every day. So, oh, have you guys started watching Cynthia? She is so funny. Cynthia May. She's got 600, maybe 700 subscribers now. And she's just like too funny. I just love her to death. And she won my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And I'm hoping she'll make a bunny. I know Easter's almost here, but I'm hoping she'll make a bunny out of that pixie dusk yarn. Or I did see a hat pattern using pixie dust from Premiere, and that might be fun too. I don't know how cold it is where she's at or her kids, if it's cold where her kids are, but it uses one skein of that pixie dust for the hat. And let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, at the craft show, I had somebody ask for these protectors. So she hasn't called me, but that's how I usually start making stuff if people ask for it, you know. And I have so many dishcloths that I've made. They don't sell for me. I just don't understand. I had $3 on them. They didn't sell. I put $1 on them. I didn't have a big turnout at that craft show, but I didn't sell any of them. But I did sell, I think I told you, I sold 4 or 3 of those rooster hanging towels. And I sold out of almost, I think I have 2 left of these Swiffer covers. So that's why I started making them again. And the Swiffer duster that fits on, I'm making some of those. And all the things I'm mentioning are listed in that 30-day series of Kitchen Cotton. How to make the hanging towel toppers and everything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, if I run out of yarn, what I do is I pull it out and do it again because I just don't, and then do it smaller. And also, you guys, I can link it below. Sach. I like her. Sach has a hanging towel pattern that you can use up all your little scraps of kitchen cotton and make a hanging towel. The whole entire towel is kitchen cotton. And I think I want to do that. I'm already piling up my scraps to make one of those. And it folds over and hangs on your stove. It's real cute. I think it's half double crochets, and I really enjoy doing those. So I think I'm going to do that with my scraps. So I'm just hanging out with you guys. Oh, did you guys see Debbie with Canadian Crotcher? She just made a video, and I'm so glad she's feeling better. She had an illness over the month of March, but she's better. And her bags, oh my gosh, they're beautiful. She made some project bags, I guess we would call them, and tote bags, and they're just beautiful. Don't second guess yourself, Debbie. If you see my video, they're gorgeous. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. Trying to think. So let's see, how many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one more. Now this pattern, it's a free pattern on the guy's blog, or the girl's blog. I don't know why I thought it was a guy at first. And then it's a paid for pattern. If you wanted to pay for it, you can. And they have the measurements, but like I said, I think that I crochet looser than they do, which is fine, because those other two I showed you out of the little dollop yarn, I used a G hook, and they still came out bigger than hers. But you can do whatever size fits in your pants, and I think these would be a good shower gift. You know. Oh, there goes my yarn on the floor. Hi, Christy. The yarn's on the floor. Excuse me. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to slip stitch across, because when I get done, I want to be able to go around. But you guys can figure out how you want to do it, or you can do it just like that she does it. I just don't want to cut my yarn, because I know I don't have enough to finish it. So I'm just slip stitching across the top here. And she suggested you do 9 rows, and see, that way you would come out on the correct side to continue around. But I just found that mine are way too big. Plus I want to conserve my yarn, because I don't have that much. I'm just making this with scraps. So I'm slip stitching all the way across, because I didn't end up like she did. And I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to go slip stitch down the side. Or no, I'm going to do slip stitch. She does single crochet. So if you guys get a skein of cotton. Follow her pattern. I'm just modifying it, trying to use up my stash. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had a great big white tub full of kitchen cotton, and it's getting worked down. Let's see. Cynthia May was showing the Crochet World April edition, and in there they had butterfly ones. I don't know why I got a big extra loop there. Maybe I'll skip and go down to here. So I think I have to look for that Crochet World, because butterfly ones, people go nuts over butterflies. And I think what it does, instead of covering the pan, it raises the pan's centers so that they don't hit on each other. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm slip stitching, trying to do it loosely down the side. Oh, my husband just started the dishwasher, so I'm sure you guys heard that. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thanks for checking in with me, guys. Love you. Bye.